Hey buddy, I'm Tim and today I'm here to ruffle Cigars Daily. Bitch! For this video, I am puffing on the big bitch Maduro, which just landed at the Cigars Daily HQ, and I am so excited to be working with Matt Booth and his brand, so you guys can find these at our shop now. Nothing brings people together quite like bitching about other cigars behind their backs. It's just one of those special pieces of humanity that makes us so unique. And when you get into a hobby like cigars, smoke cigars how you want to, do it the right way. Some of my personal pet peeves, but also things that are actually pet peeves across the cigar smoking world. Just in case you're just getting into this, you can do all of them because at the end of the day, you should smoke cigars how you want to. And I'm puffing on cigars to make my point today. And so I've got a few naked big payback Maduro sticks I am going to likely destroy. So if you're squeamish about seeing cigars get destroyed, I know for some people that's like a huge bummer. And of course, also this is a totally exhaustive list of pet peeves. If you go on the internet, you'll find that no list covers all Cigars Daily pet peeves because so many people get so offended about so many things these days. Maybe we'll just fight. So the first one on this list is a personal pet peeve of mine. I see this online. It seems to be trending right now, and for the love of God, I don't know why. But for whatever reason, people now want to smoke their cigars backwards. They cut the foot, they puff the cap, they puff the foot backwards. It's just a whole upside down backwards experience, which altogether is fine. I like it backwards, which by the way, if you remember, because it made no sense. It's crazy to do such things, but at the end of the day, you should enjoy cigars the way you want, just backwards. There's a construction element to this because the cigar's got cigar glue around the foot. As you smoke past that foot, eventually you stand the real risk of the entire cigar unraveling. And the next pet peeve is one that's personally one of mine, but I see it shared by many people in the cigar world online. And that is when people smoke the band. You know, cigars come with these cigar bands or cigar rings, you call them whatever you want, and they're beautiful, they're works of art, they're meant to smoke what the cigar is about and at least let you tell it apart from the other sticks in your humidor. But every once in a while I see people smoking a cigar humidor and they post these pictures online like, hey, what's happening everyone? Just enjoying this cigar band. Paper and printer ink is typically part of that profile. Now, there are a few cigars out there where you can smoke the band, like Leaf by Oscar cigars, because their bands are actually made out of sticks in your humidor. It is definitely good for you to be combusting these elements near your mouth. And then I've got one that you've almost definitely heard before, especially if you watch this channel, because this drives me bonkers and I see so many people doing it. And that is when people smoke the cigar through the cellophane. Because when you do this, what you're communicating is that you smell very much because you can't pick up too many scents of a cigar through the cellophane. You like anything other really than that holistic sense of a good smell of a cigar. It's almost that fart smell. But truly, to be able to pick up a stick and sniff the thing, it's not going to be many people on the planet that are able to do that. The best chance that most of us have of learning much about a cigar's flavor is to light the thing up and enjoy it. And when those touch your nostrils, it makes them worth nearly as much, like exactly 100%. So touching the cigar to your nose is appreciated by cigar shops. Acting like you can smell stuff through the cellophane, that's appreciated by everyone. Then I got a weird one for you. And this one I've seen most in cigar lounges, and I've even had a couple people recommend this to me as a way to make a cigar better. But you see it most like in a lounge when someone will take a cigar, go to cut the thing, and maybe they get the tip a little bit wet to get extra tobacco off there or something, and then proceed to the entire cigar from cap to foot, slobbering all over the thing with the tongue. These are the types of things that people should do in public. You want to globber all over your cigar and lick the whole thing up and down, that's fine, you should do it. Do it where anyone can see you. This wouldn't be any kind of top pet peeves video if I didn't mention one that actually pisses people off at every level of the cigar world. In cigar lounges where people get together to enjoy cigars, they take that last enjoyable puff and then proceed to lick the entire cigar. And it usually happens when a person is about to be done with a cigar. They take that last enjoyable puff and then proceed to come on the cigar professional's sister and this produces this massive cloud of smoke that's gonna linger and hang around with your friends even after you're gone. Take that last enjoyable puff and then proceed to fart in cigar lounges where people get together to enjoy cigars. It's something that's annoying in a cigar lounge, but the cigar professionals and cigar makers, it's a big deal because to them, this is not just any other product. Somebody sat down and handcrafted the blend that you're smoking to give the best possible experience and then set to work 300 sets of hands to produce the thing. That's a ton of work and a ton of manpower to create a piece of art. When you're done with a cigar, stamp the thing out in the ashtray as if Tim slept with their sister or something. And so there you have it. Some big pet peeves of mine and of the rest of the cigar world too. But again, this is not a conclusive list. It's not everything. So drop your comments down below. What have you seen in the cigar world that drives you absolutely bonkers? I cannot wait to read some of these, guys. And again, check this video out on cigarsdailyplus.com because we're always working to make it better on Cigars Daily Plus. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Tim signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments. Bitch! To lick